Hey, I'm here with Jennifer Beretta. We're at Skyline Billiards, and today Jennifer is going to show me how to actually aim a 3-rail kick. Now, you use this system in this clip we're showing here to win at Hill Hill, which is, you know, kind of the dream. So why don't you take us through what happened?
Okay, so you kind of wonder, how did I end up like this?
Yeah.
I had a situation where the 7 barely passed a ball, so I had to play the 7 off the 8 to get it to go in, and I didn't know exactly where it was going to land, and I tried to draw out, I got stuck in the rack, and this is what I was left with.
Okay, now this is a very familiar position for me to be in, so how do I get out of this? What do you do?
Okay, so I used my 3-rail system. It's a fairly easy system because it uses spot on the wall instead of numbers. Some people are very nervous about numbers. You have to check the table before you do it, but once you do that, it's very accurate, and you can make the shot from anywhere on the table. You might not always make it, but you're pretty much going to always hit it.
Okay,
and
great.
sometimes that's all you need. And that was basically the same thing. See, it looks like magic, but it's not. It's just knowledge.
Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, and then you finished the rack. You won the game.
I finished the rack. I made the 9 on the side. The shot I had actually was a little harder than this.
Okay.
But yeah, I won the match, and the crowd went crazy. It was.
There was a crowd there?
There was a crowd there,
Dang.
and they went crazy.
That's
and
cool.
It was amazing.
Okay, well, can I give this a shot, and then can you teach me how I can actually aim it?
Yes,
Great.
absolutely.
So I noticed you put left spin on it. Is that right?
Yeah, all multi-rail systems have running English.
Okay, and running English is spin in the direction that the ball is naturally
It's traveling,
Okay.
yeah. So it makes the ball run. Oh boy, that's not looking good. You hit it.
And it's hard to make. You know what? I call that a win. That's a win in my book. Okay, so how do I do this? How do I do it so I can actually aim it? Because basically my system is hit it that way, and hopefully it goes that way.
That's a good start to the system because you are going to hit it that way and it is going to go this way.
Great.
But there's a little more to it than that. The first thing that you need to do, and believe it or not, I do this before every single match.
Okay.
I start by checking how the table's running. Most pool tables run from the corner pocket through the second diamond.
Okay.
So the first thing I do is I put the cue ball on that line and just shoot it through that second diamond. And I use probably, what would you call this? Look at where I'm hitting this ball. How many, is this like
Maybe
a
like-
tip and a half?
or
of
half a
English?
tip?
No, more than a half a tip. Yeah, that would be 2 half tips. So that's pretty close.
Okay.
The table's pretty much running through too. I hit a little bit high, so that means I can maybe go a little further up the rail. It's raining out today. That happens when there's a lot of humidity. The table will run shorter or longer,
Okay.
depending on what's going on outside, what's going on inside. There's a lot of different factors. But if you check the table, I only do it once or twice just to see how to get to the pocket. So if the ball's in the pocket, it's really easy. It's
Okay.
just here through here. Where it starts to get more difficult is when the ball is up the rail a bit.
Right, because
In
now
this
you're not just trying to get it through the pocket. You're trying to get it on a specific part of the rail.
Specific point,
Okay.
yeah. So I'm looking to make this ball. So where I want to hit it is basically right in front of the ball, like
Okay,
this. So I want my destination on the cue ball to be here. When I have a shot like this, where it's very close to the rail, aiming at rail first actually it gives you more room for error because you can get it rail first, you can get it head on.
Okay.
So what I do is I put my tip of right where I want the center of the cue ball to land. So right about here.
Okay.
It's above the 8. If the cue ball center hits there, it's going to hit the rail and make the 8. And then I'll check across the table and I'll find that exact spot and I'll do the same thing. Center of the cue ball would start from here.
Not spot on the rail, but center of the cue ball
Center
spot.
of the cue
Okay,
ball,
okay.
yeah. So center of the cue ball over there, center of the cue ball over here. You're just mirroring that spot where you want it to go.
Cool.
Now it doesn't matter where the cue ball is. You can do this from anywhere on the table.
Okay.
And we'll get into what happens when the pocket's in the way, because there is a way to get around that too. So I go from that center of the cue ball through the second diamond. And then I look down my cue and I'm really precise. I pick a spot on the wall, and here I have like off in the distance, I have a leg of a chair.
Okay.
And
So you're like literally looking at an object that is not on the table, it's far away from the table.
you want at least 4 to 5 feet away from the table. You don't want something that's like right on the rail, because once everything gets to a certain point, I think it's called vanishing point, it all converges into one spot.
Okay.
Once you have that spot, that's where it is. Unless the conditions change, for the rest of the match, it should pretty much be that spot.
So that's the spot, not only for a cue ball that's here, but also a cue ball that's here? Mm-hmm. What?
Or
That's magic.
a cue ball that's here. It doesn't matter where the cue ball is.
Okay, so a shot in a far enough distance away, pick
Yeah.
a point on that, that is this cue ball distance through the second diamond.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
But you have to be very precise when you're aiming these to
Right.
get a precise result.
Okay.
So like I said, center of the cue ball here, center of the cue ball here, through that second diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Spot on the wall, I got my spot. And I'm gonna aim at that spot with running English. The same amount that I used, about 1 tip. Now obviously for everyone else, and that time I got it rail first. I mean, I can do that 20 times in a row.
Me too. I just don't want to. I just don't want to show
You
anybody.
just got to practice it. But
Wow.
The most important thing is calibrating your stroke and knowing where the table's going. So knowing how much English you're going to need, and knowing which diamond the table is using to get to the pocket.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
You want to try it?
Yeah, let's give it a shot.
First, I want you to. I'm not going to put the cue ball on the line. I'm not going to make it easy for you.
Thank you.
So what I want you to do is find that line through the second diamond and find a spot on the wall.
Okay.
Once that spot on the wall is there, whenever you need to go to the corner, that's where you have to hit it. It doesn't matter where the cue ball is.
As long as I put the running English and I'm shooting to the spot on the wall?
Yeah,
Through the diamond to the spot on the wall, or at the spot on the wall?
at the spot on the wall.
Okay, got it. All right, so where's
Here,
the cue ball
we
going
can
to
put the cue ball, let's put it like here.
Okay. So first I want to do,
Yep. Get a really clear spot.
okay, so it's going to be like that, the edge of the chair there.
Yeah, there's one of the legs on the chair, I'll probably get it there.
Okay. And then I want to use,
The whole tip of running English.
oh wait, I lost my spot.
Any top or bottom, or just running?
Just running English, middle. I'm gonna have to move the 9 as soon as you shoot it. And when it's in the pocket, you also have a lot more margin for error because you can get it rail first a couple ways. Now you just hit that a little soft.
Yeah.
You gotta hit it a little harder than that.
Okay. Now I noticed in the video you really smack the piss out of the ball. Is it because you're mad at the cue ball in that?
I'm mad at
on
my
that
opponent.
day?
I'm mad at myself. No, it's because I knew when I set up the shot to start with, that's the speed that it required to get me to the corner, so that's the speed it's going to require to get me to where I needed to go.
And you knew that because you tested the
I
table.
tested the table. I always test the table.
Okay. So I'm gonna just double check this
Yep.
line.
You have to be really precise. I usually close one eye and really look down the cue and make sure. A lot of times when it doesn't work, if you go back down, you'll see that you actually weren't aiming at the right spot.
Yeah. True. Okay. All right. I got my spot.
Okay, I'm going to move this. Obviously, if that's in the way, you can't use that shot.
Right.
And that you said I need to hit it a little harder.
Yeah, a little bit harder. That looks good. That has promise. You kind of drew though. So where's your spot on the wall? Let me
I'm
check it.
doing. Yeah. That's probably just blew it on square one. I'm doing the left or the right edge of that white box that's next to the cup.
White. Oh, see, I'm aiming at the center of the cup.
You're going to the center of the cup? Okay.
Yeah. So maybe aim just to the edge, the left edge of the cup,
Okay.
and try and go high ball. Go full high ball.
Okay.
That'll lengthen it out for you. And you might have to take, you actually used a ton of spin there. You probably got it, but You used a lot of spin there. I would take some spin off it.
Okay. Okay, so now the moment of truth. Trying to recreate the Jennifer Beretta 3-railer.
Okay. All right, so remember how to find where you want to hit?
Yeah, so as far as I understand, I want the cue ball to go right there.
All right, so you're aiming at ball first. I would aim at rail first.
So a
So
little
if it's going to
higher
hit the rail, it's going to hit the rail right about there.
Okay, and that's what I want.
Yeah, so
Okay.
take from the center of the 9 ball. You could just put it up to the 9 ball, where the center of the cue ball would land.
Right there.
Okay, maybe up a little bit, actually.
here?
Up, see where my tip is? No, like back.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, something like that.
Okay, so I want that
And then
through
through the spot.
the spot, and it's literally the spot. It's not the rail where the spot is, but it's the spot.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just like,
Okay, so that looks to me like
I see it.
the far right tip of the cup.
Yes.
Okay. And by the way, viewers at home, there's a cup there that you won't see it. Maybe we'll show you, but probably not. Okay. And I want to use, I found it
The
worked
same
better with the little
stroke,
high right,
ball,
high left, rather.
left, which is running.
Okay. I can't believe this works. This is
It takes
true
some practice,
wizardry.
but once you get the stroke down, it's going to be the same every time. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. You're coming short.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, so this is what I mean about calibrating your stroke. So now you got to do something that makes it a little bit longer. So hit it a little bit higher, take a little bit of the spin off.
Is it, so if I hit it more to this, if I err on the right side, does that send
That's
it too
going to make
high?
it shorter, yeah.
Okay, so
you
maybe,
can-
is it possible that there's some deflection pushing it to the right? And maybe I need to
It is possible.
aim
You want to
center
try?
Oh my God, this is the stick that did the shot?
This is the stick that
What?
did the
Okay,
shot.
this is, okay, this is feeling good.
That looks darn good. So close.
But
you
it's
know,
the stick. It's the
Yeah,
stick that knows
it's-
how to do it.
that's still a great effort.
So what do you think the fix is?
The fix, I would say,
Still
is...
coming a little short,
Yeah, you're
right?
still coming a little short. Take a hair of English off.
Hair of English out, okay.
Yeah. So hit it high, take a hair of English off.
Hit it high, take a hair of English out.
And same speed that I did last.
Yeah, the speed you hit it last time was good. That's looking real good. Now, we're on a really tight table. On any table in any pool room across
Of all
the
the
country.
tables in all the pool rooms in all the world, you had to
picked
shoot
it.
it into this.
You picked it.
All right, I'm feeling good about this one now.
Okay.
Because I think that was
You
still a
sorta
little high?
That was just a hair high.
Okay, so then that
Yeah.
means I will, I'll just do it just a tad less left. Well, that's way too much.
A lot of spins. You saw that right away,
Yeah,
right? See
yeah.
how short it comes with
Yeah.
all that spin?
I think I kind of swept across the
Yep.
ball.
Yep. Got to shoot it like any other shot. You have to follow straight through. You know, it's like hitting a spot on the ball. The spot on the wall is just like hitting a small spot on a ball. Same thing. You sort of punched that one. So try, okay, get down on the ball. Go through your spot.
All right, in the cup.
Okay, so now I want you to go right here.
Oh shit. Am I better still?
Yeah. Just by going higher, you can't hit as much English. And that had a whole different reaction. And
Okay, so when I play pool, I'm just gonna need you to
Position your
just
tip.
position it exactly. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for teaching me this lesson. I'm really gonna use this in the future. It really works. Yeah.
sometimes your cue ball is way up here, and your spot on the wall actually is either right in the pocket or maybe even to this side.
Okay.
So let me just find my spot to the corner again. Okay, so my spot to the corner is over there, and that's right where the pocket is. So one of the things you can do is that you can masse into the line. So say the line that I want to come from is like this, right? That's aiming at my spot on the wall.
Okay.
I can masse the ball maybe out to where my cue is and hit that part of the rail, and it'll still go to the same spot. So let me give it a try.
Get out of here.
So you're basically,
Get out of here.
you're creating the line that isn't there. So there are a lot of different things you can do with it.
Can you, okay, you mass, so there's a line, but the line goes into the pocket.
Right.
So if you masse around the line,
Yeah, you just find a line from the corner that goes into your spot,
okay.
and you just try to recreate that line with a masse. So you want
So
your
you-
ball coming in at this angle. As long as you're coming in at this angle, it doesn't matter where you originate. So you're sort of like making the angle instead of having it.
So the ball, where the ball breaks on the masse, it's on the new.
It's on the new line. So give it a try. And obviously from the corner, it's the easiest, but
This is,
you know, when it comes up in a game, it's sometimes just hitting the ball is enough.
okay.
So
we
so
remember
here's spot
it's-
on the wall.
And we're
right,
going through the cup this time,
through
right?
the second diamond. You like using the higher spot.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I think it's like the base of the left base of the cup.
Okay. The old left base. Got it. Okay, so. Oh, does that point change if you move?
No.
Because now I'm seeing. Okay. All right. This is confusing.
It's where
Okay.
basically where the cup is meeting the rail.
So I want this. I want it to be going on that line instead.
well, not exactly.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This line from.
You still want this same, you're just gonna sort of parallel this over. So this is where you're originating from, and you're just gonna parallel it over until you hit a spot that you can hit on the rail.
But it's still
So you
pointing
wanna-
at the left base of the cup.
Still pointing,
Okay.
I think it's still pointing in.
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
good. Okay. So and then I'm essentially curving out and
Curving
then
it.
and then like getting back into the line at the last second.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, no
So
problem.
it's not a big masse, it's just a little masse, but it's putting it on the correct line to get you back to the corner pocket.
Okay. And Florian taught me how to masse.
Oh, nice.
So
Well,
if I
this
blow
isn't
it,
one of Florian's masses.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this.
You
right.
want to use this
Oh sure.
because this. That looks pretty good. Look at that, right? Same exact spot that I hit.
This is cool.
It's like magic.
It is truly like magic. All right, Jennifer, thank you so much for teaching me this technique. I hope you learned something back there at home. If you have questions, throw them in the comments. Maybe Jennifer will answer them. Probably not. She's busy. She's got things to do. I'll pretend to be Jennifer and I'll answer them. Okay, thank you so much. Come down to Skyline Billiards when you get a chance. It's an amazing pool hall. It's got a bunch of, how many tables do we have?
12 tables, 3 cushion tables, 2 dartboards, and a bar box.
Oh, a bar box. Oh, and this belongs to you. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.